Yo, Wagwan, it's that guy. Not Locks, not Nation. I don't know who it was, but there's been a guy on this channel commenting for maybe 8 days in a row now, asking for mixed people dreadlock review. I'm a mixed person myself. I never knew growing up that the term mulatto was a derogatory term, because I usually referred to myself as that. And nowadays it's actually like a racist thing to say to people. And I'm like, whoa, when did that happen? So I will not be naming this video reacting to mulatto dreads. I will be naming this video reacting to mixed people locks. So make sure you stay tuned, stay subscribed. This is Not Nation. Damn it, I love making videos. I love being here on the community with you guys every single day. Honestly, there's no other place I'd rather be. Being online has always been my passion. I remember as a youth, I would go on yahoo.ca or .com, and they used to have chat rooms, Yahoo Chat. And I would go into the chat rooms and talk to people in these chat rooms, and I always thought that was the coolest thing, was just talking to complete strangers on the internet. And then webcams came out, and then you start watching people on webcam when you're a kid, like just chilling on their computer, doing whatever. And it's like, yo, I can see into their lives. And now I do this for a living. So it's kind of funny that it turned out that way. That's why I love being here, creating this community of dreadheads with you guys. And I'm always so appreciative and grateful for everybody that comes here and joins Not Nation, because it's reassuring to know that you guys are inspired by this content, that you guys are listening and applying it to yourselves and growing locks of your own and staying dedicated to the journey. And I just love that so much. So thank you for everything that you guys have helped create over here at Not Nation. Without you guys, this place wouldn't exist. But without further ado, we are looking today at mixed people's locks. Now, what comes to mind first and foremost when I think of mixed people's locks? You know, mixed not being just black and white mixed, like my parents, like my mother is from England, my father is from Jamaica. That's like the main mix, like black and white. But there's also different mixes of people out there, right? Like it doesn't have to be black and white. It could be Asian and Hispanic. It could be African and Israeli. You know, like there's tons of different mixtures. It could be anything and anything. But I think today we might actually just focus on black and white, to be honest. But without further ado, I said that already. Let's just do this damn thing already. Let's go. Mixed people's locks. When you type it in on, sorry guys, I have to go to Bing. Bing is my favorite, okay? Don't hate me for using Bing. I love Bing. Let's look at some mixed people's dreads. This kid pops up first and foremost. I'll be honest, I've always been kind of jealous of mixed people with eyes like this. I'm like, frig, if I had eyes like that, I would be a supermodel or something like that. But I mean, normally mixed people, they have a curlier hair texture, type 3, sometimes even a type 4. Nonetheless, great texture for locking up. This kid's locks look like they might actually be free-formed a bit, but they are pretty cylindrical. This dude has got some pretty cool locks going on here. Pretty cylindrical as well. Am I wrong? But it looks like there may be a little bit of twisting action happening. So here's the thing. I've tried this method on my locks at the very beginning stages, and I found that twists don't really work the best on mixed people. Not to say that it doesn't work, because I've seen people where it does happen. You know, I think of guys like Lex Lanson that's had locks in the past through twists that have turned out really well. It just never took for me, and I went the interlock route because honestly I was impatient. I didn't have time to wait around for twists to set in, so I went that way. This kid here, one of these lucky and blessed kids with the green eyes and the blonde dreads free-formed in, like, just looks incredible. It's actually a really crazy look to achieve here. I've seen this dude before. I maybe even did a dread review on him. I can't remember his name, but you can see here his hair is twisted. So to be honest, when you have mixed texture, you can kind of choose any method of locks that you want. You can go interlock, you can go twist, you can go crochet and back comb, you can go freeform. They all will work eventually. It's just a matter of how patient you want to be and what outcome of locks you're trying to achieve, because the more patient you're going to be, the greater and stronger the locks are going to be. The more impatient you're going to be, the thinner and weaker the locks are going to be. Hence, like interlocking versus freeforming, in my opinion. This dude's locks here looking pretty short. So far, a lot of these locks have kind of looked the same, of the same capacity, of the same size, the same width. I like the look of these ones, looking pretty freeform. I would say it could have been like a towel rub even at this point. I found towel rubbing didn't really work the best as well on my hair. I ended up using a tennis racket, believe it or not, on my mixed locks when I started these. Just for a little bit to see if it would kind of catch and start some locks up, and it did, and then I just left them to Congo in after that. Another dude here with the green eyes and the locks like kind of looking the same. So it seems to be a very generic look that mixed people can achieve with these locks. And I like the coloring that's going on in this guy's hair. So we got a mixed girl here. You can see her locks, you know, of the same as well. These ones look like they've been twisted right down to the scalp. I like these little dread buns that she's got going on the top of her head. Really cool look. This kid pops up once again here. Crazy. This dread in the front of his head looking really short. I love the coloring here. I'm pretty sure this is a natural color as well going in. And some of these locks at the back looking actually kind of flat, thinking that these are some true freeform dreads on this kid. It's hypnotizing. Don't stare too long, you might turn to stone. These dreads looking like they may have been bleached a little bit, but you know, maybe not. They do have some sort of like a ginger look going on here, because you can look at the shade of his beard. It's kind of the same shade as these locks. Dude rocking the very familiar interlocks in a 2-strand twist here with the rubber bands. And this dude here looking like he's got some twists here as well. So these aren't locks, these are fake locks. Like, I don't look mixed. This girl's definitely not mixed. A mixed guy that I can think of that has some pretty cool dreads. Is Gunther mixed? I actually never thought about that. Is he mixed before? But I'm looking for John Smith, and here's the John Smith that I'm actually looking for in terms of where is he? John Smith dreads. This dude has some pretty cool locks here. Let me move that for a second. You can see John Smith also has this kind of ginger look going on when his locks get in the light. Same color as his beard. Notice the nose. Mixed people always got this shape of a nose. I got the same shape here. You can see. It's a nice nose that we got. Us mixed people. You know, it's one of the perfect noses that that you can come across out there. Even Bob Marley. Bob Marley was a mixed man, and look at his locks. Like, true legend right there. True legend in his locks. I don't think that there's any competition compared to Bob Marley's locks. Bob Marley being the inspiration of this channel. Bob Marley being the inspiration of my life, for human rights, for just being natural, being of organic, knowing your roots. This man has really stood up for what he believes in. And I'm very ever so grateful for having been brought up around the culture of Bob Marley, because I honestly try to apply it as much as I can in my life. And you can see his hairstyle here, you know, being like a type 4 almost, a type 3C. Free forming in, they start to have these little dread nubs that turn into big ass Congo locks like this when you don't separate them. And even his hair color, it's of the lighter brown once the sun starts to hit it for so long. And just big ass Congos. Bob Marley got one of the biggest Congos out there. But nowadays, Florida wicks, you know, kind of doing the same thing. You see a lot of wicks out there, much bigger than anything Bob Marley ever had. But definitely legendary. Let's look at the hair of mixed people. Can get pretty wild. For some reason, it grows much faster than any other hair type. For some reason. And if left to be, cold water rinses, these will lock up magnificently. Check out the nose. The nose. Kind of like a ginger look as well. I didn't get the ginger in my hair, but I do have a few straggly ginger hairs in my beard that show up every so often. Legendary. Wow, that's crazy blonde look on that kid. Crazy. This is another mix. She's not impressed. So mixed people. Let's see if we can find anything here kind of interesting. This dude's locks looking kind of tight down by the roots. Must be maintaining it somehow. This kid definitely should be a model when he grows up. This girl got some crazy freeform locks happening here. And I love like the blonde. This is more of a natural blonde. It must be from the sun and just being in the Caribbean. Now, I know this is not a mixed person, but let me just say I just love this natural white look that can happen with locks. That's insane. This dude's locks looking twisted as well, right down to the roots. But for the majority of guys besides Bob Marley, a lot of people have locks of this size when they're mixed. I would recommend or suggest to start freeforming them, let them Congo up, become more unique, stand out from the crowd, and have some thicker locks on your crown. What is happening here? Oh gosh. Real crazy braid up here with this front lineup, the taper. Looks like they've been twisted right down to the scalp and then twisted again into 2 strands and then bundled up. Looks like some pain right there. Looks like a headache is about to happen right there. Wow, these look pretty sick. I like the wispy tips going on here. This kid's got some really cool locks as well. Definitely free-formed. You can tell by all the afro and loose hair coming in right on the scalpage here. I've seen characters like this where they're mixed, but they end up with a lighter skin tone still. There's a guy on Instagram that I follow, Ayo Chuck. He's got some dreads like this. And it's cool when they come out very red. These ones looking like they've been crocheted. They're a little bit blunted on the ends. But it's dreads like this that I could really appreciate. You know, look how thick these have come in here. Boom. Most unique. And he has like a bit of a side taper going on here. But the rest is still frizzy. And it looks fantastic. The frizziness, you know, it's all about just embracing that. Just embrace the frizzy hair for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, lots of locks here. Lots of length on this dude's locks, looking free-formed as well. Was he mixed? He had some pretty epic dreads. I don't know if he was mixed or not. This dude is one of those ginger type mixed people with the light skin tone, but still got the epic hair type to lock up. Combing his beard, but not combing his dreads. But these are really lengthy. Sick. Lots of cool locks here. Whoa. Those are like some serious looking things, but cool. I like it. Mixed people's dreads definitely do stand out from the crowd for some reason. There is a perfect hair texture for locking up. So I mean, if you're watching this video and you're mixed, give me a shout out down below. We got that mulatto gang happening today in a non-derogatory way, you know? But I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys really love this video. This guy's been requesting it for a while now. So dude, if you're watching this, you better super like this video. Smash that subscribe button, share it to all your friends. Cause you know, we on the road to 200K. Let's get it, Not Nation. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching and see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, one love. Have a happy, happy, happy day. My dreadheads unite. I'm gone. Adios.
The nation. Dreadlocks.